Good morning, class. Our topic for today is about Expressionism. Modern art covers the 20th century isms. These isms are art movements that influenced the paintings of the century. Expressionism refers to an art movement that started in France and Germany in 1910. Artists of this movement showed their freedom to paint a subject in accordance with their feelings. Expressionism is a 20th century manner of painting and sculpturing in which natural forms and colors are distorted and exaggerated. One of the Expressionist painters, Number 1, Edvard Munch in 1863 to 1944. He was a Norwegian painter and printmaker who is recognized as the father of the Expressionism. Munch developed a bolder and more simplified style in painting like lithography, etching, and woodcut art. His painting, The Scream, depicts a man in a moment of anguish, despair, and anxiety, while the other people seem blissfully unaware of his situation. Here are some most famous paintings of Munch: Night in Nice, The Girls on the Bridge, and The Scream. Ayan, The Scream is the most famous work of Munch. The Scream depicts a man in a moment of anguish, despair, and anxiety, while the other people seem blissfully unaware of his situation. The second painter of Expressionist is Paul Klee from 1879 to 1940. Paul Klee was a Swiss-German painter. His highly individual style was influenced by movements in art that included Expressionism, Cubism, and Surrealism. Klee was a natural draftsman who experimented with and eventually deeply explored color theory. So, Paul Klee was a Swiss-German painter. Okay. Klee was a natural draftsman who experimented with and eventually deeply explored color theory. So, ayan, makukulay ang mga gawa ni Paul Klee. Ayan. Castle in the Sun, Castle and Sun, Landscape in the Beginning, and Town Castle, KR. KR stands for Kramnica. That is one place in Germany. No, saan nga ba to? Kalimutan ko na. Basta yun. Letter N yung umpisa. Nakalimutan ko, sorry. Okay, the third one is Ernst Ludwig Kirchner. Ernst Ludwig Kirchner. He was a German expressionist painter and printmaker. He was also the founder of Die Brücke or the Bridge. His paintings represented a powerful reaction against Impressionism. He used flat areas of unbroken, often unmixed colors and simplified forms. In his cityscapes, the figures in the street seemed more important than the surroundings. He depicted figures in motion to express the fullness and vitality of the human body. Inspired by Van Gogh's landscape paintings, Kirchner used pulsating shades of violet, blue, green, and yellow to depict rural scenes. So, these are the famous paintings of Kirchner. Okay, Kirchner. Sorry, medyo kulang ng CH dito sa ano, walang K dito. Typo error lang yan, typographical error. Okay, these are the famous paintings. Sertigal in Autumn, Entrance to a Large Garner, an interior with two girls. So, nakita nyo naman kung ano yung mga colors na ginamit niya. Inspired daw siya by Van Gogh's landscape paintings. And he used pulsating shades of violet, blue, green, and yellow para daw makita or to represent the rural scenes. So, ayan. Yan yung famous work of Kirchner's. Next, Expressionist movements. Expressionist artists created works with more emotional force than with realistic or natural images. Okay, so Expressionist movements, kumbaga, more emotional force ang ano nila kesa doon sa realistic or real ano or natural images, more on emotional expression. Okay, so here are Expressionist movement. Number 1 or letter A, Dadaism. Okay, Dadaism is a literary and artistic movement in Switzerland that arose as a reaction to World War I. Its output or cut-up writing, performance art, poetry, sculpture, photography, painting, and collage was diverse and influenced by other avant-garde movements like Cubism, Futurism, Constructivism, and Expressionism. Ayan. So, Dada used aesthetic to mock and criticize materialistic and nationalistic attitudes. Dadaism focused on making works that affect the sensibilities of the middle class and ask difficult questions about society, the role of the artist, and the purpose of art. And the famous Dada was known for her political collage and photo montage was Hannah Hawk. Siya yung pinaka-famous sa paggawa ng photo montage and political collage. Photo montage is a collage technique where you generate an original image out of to her images and fragments which can be cut, layered, glued, and arranged. So, yun yung photo montage. Parang collage siya na pinagsama-sama. Pwedeng cut out, pwedeng patong-patong, pwedeng pinagdikit-dikit, and pinagkasunod-sunod. Yun yung photo montage. Ayan. So, si Hannah Hawk po ang sikat doon sa Dadaism. So, here is Hannah Hawk's most famous work, The Popen, Heads of State. Ito yung cut with the Dada kitchen knife through the last Weimar beer belly cultural epoch in Germany. Yan yung photo montage niya. Ayan, The Beautiful Girl. Ayan. Diba, more on political collage. Ayan. And photo montage. Next, Surrealism. After Dadaism, Surrealism. It is a movement in art best known for its visual artworks and writings. It characterized by unnerving, illogical scenes, strange creatures from everyday object. So, dito sa surrealism na to, parang yung hindi mo makita yung logic, parang walang logic. Tapos, yung makikita mo na yung unnerving, yung upset or to deprive of courage, strength, or steadiness. Ayan. Ayan. So, everyday object na yung hindi mo makikita sa pangkaraniwang creatures. Ayan. So, famous surrealist is Salvador Dali. He is a Spanish painter and an icon of surrealist movement. His artwork showed the unconscious world of thoughts, dreams, and perception in nightmarish images. So, ayan, yung parang pinakikita dito sa surrealism na to, yung gawa ni Salvador Dali, parang more on panaginip, ayan, bangungot, ayan, unconscious world of thoughts. Ayan. Next, abstractionism in art. So, ulitin ko ha, Dadaism, followed by surrealism, and this time, abstractionism in art. Abstract art is an art that does not attempt to represent an accurate depiction of a visual reality, but instead uses shapes, colors, forms, and gestural marks to achieve its effect. So, pag sinabing abstract, hindi lang basta nagguhit-guhit lang or nag-color-color lang. Meron naman niyang meron niyang effect or may nagre-represent as reality, visual reality. Ganon. Next, Cubism. Cubism was the first abstract style of modern art. Most famous cubist was Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso, one of the most versatile artists of the early 20th century, and his famous work was Guernica. Guernica refers to the city bombed by Nazi planes the Spanish Civil War. It became an anti-war symbol to remind us of the tragedies of war. So, ayan, ginawa nilang yan, Guernica, Cubism. Another Cubism, Mediterranean landscape, June Phil Endormi. So, pag sinabing Cubism, yan, cube kasi yan. Kaya tinawag na, from the word cube, kaya tinawag na Cubism. Okay, so, that is one of the abstractionism in art. So, second one is abstract realism. Abstract realism is an art movement that is not easily defined because it is a marriage of two contradictory terms, the abstract art and the realism art. So, dalawa daw yung contradictory terms or mag-asawa pero magkasalungat sila, the abstract art and the realism art. The abstract art has no reference to real objects. The abstract artist uses lines, shapes, colors, texture, and pattern to create rhythm. So, yun yung kanina din, di ba, abstract art nga. Gumagamit lang sila ng lines, shapes, colors, texture, and pattern para magkaroon lang ng rhythm. And then realism naman attempts to capture real life moments and the personality of individuals or objects who resemble real life. So, realism, parang yun yung reality. Ayan. Capture real life moments. So, ayun. Pero, once na pinag-combine na yung dalawa na yan, yung mag-asawa na yan, yan yung tinatawag na abstract realism. Pag pinagsama na sila. Okay? The goal of abstract realism involves using abstract painting techniques to slightly distort a real object through impressionist, surrealist, and expressionist techniques like blurring and distorting an otherwise recognizable painting. Realism artists use their art to make social, political, and economic reform or incorporate ideas that were not purely visual ones. Okay. So, ayan yung pangatlo. Dadaism, surrealism, and abstract realism. Okay. So, next time we were going to discuss about contemporary art and performance art. Okay. Thank you.